Shaquille O'Neal is one of the greatest NBA players of all time, but did you know he is also one of the greatest entrepreneurs that has come out of the NBA? Well, today we're going to be watching a video from the School of Hard Knocks, which is a great YouTube channel for interviewing entrepreneurs that have made millions and billions of dollars. And today they interviewed Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. He has a PhD in education, fun fact. So we're going to get straight into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
What was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year? Guys, we just landed in Atlanta, Georgia, and we are headed right now to interview Shaquille O'Neal, who has a net worth of over $500 million. A lot of you guys have seen Shaq on TV commercials. Not only is he one of the greatest basketball players of all time in the history of the NBA, but he's also a business mogul, guys. He owns hundreds of businesses all around the country. So we're going to be asking him the secrets to his success in becoming one of the greatest athletes ever and how he became so wealthy outside of sports. So with that being said, let's go meet with Shaq and see what he has to say. Who am I here with today?
My name is Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
And for those that don't know, what industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
A lot of them. DJing, law enforcement, and food and beverages.
Yeah?
Pizza.
And what were you doing prior to becoming a business mogul?
What was I doing prior? I was killing your favorite NBA player.
Let me ask you this. You became one of the greatest athletes of all time, not just basketball players, one of the greatest athletes of all time. What was the biggest driving factor of success for you throughout your career?
I was a thief. Let me explain. If you see somebody that's doing better than you, and you would like to aspire to be them, steal what they're doing. So for me, I stole Michael Jordan. I stole Magic Johnson. I stole Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I stole Muhammad Ali. And I put it inside my brain, and I created me, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now you generated and made hundreds of millions of dollars throughout your career. There's a stat Sports Illustrated just did that 1 in 3 NFL players go broke within 3 to 5 years. What's the best way to preserve that kind of wealth when you're making a lot of money? You get a lot of money dumped on you. It's easy to make a lot of money. It's hard to keep a lot of money. How have you been able to preserve hundreds of millions of dollars of that money that you made throughout your career?
I think for those who are not financially literate, learn this word, annuity.
Break that down for those that don't know it.
You need to look it up. I know what annuity means. He knows what annuity means, but your homework assignment right now, look it up.
How many businesses do you own right now?
And they skipped right past that part. So, I don't know why Shaq does that. If you watch a video with him, he tends to ignore what you're saying to him. So we're going to look up what annuity means. And if you ever have any financial questions about anything, if you want to be financially literate and you didn't go to school, Investopedia.com is a great website. This is it right here. I used this throughout all of my undergrad. I majored in finance and economics, and Investopedia has all the answers. And they have great videos as well as, you know, the articles below. But if you're more of a video person, which I'm more of a video person, you can watch videos on their channel. So this is what an annuity is. Here we go.
An annuity is a financial product that is designed to pay out a steady amount of cash over time. Annuities are generally used as a retirement vehicle to ensure regular income in later years. At their core, annuities are a contract between you and a financial institution. When you buy an annuity, you agree to pay a lump sum up front or make a regular schedule of deposits to a financial institution, usually an insurance company. The company agrees to pay money out to you starting on a particular date and to continue making payments either for a fixed period like 20 years or until you or your spouse dies. These payments are called distributions. The money you pay in is invested by the annuity company and grows until the date when distributions are scheduled to begin. As the annuity holder, you are responsible for the taxes on the distribution, but generally only for the income earned on top of the original investment. The annuity contract sets the age at which payments will start, what the payment intervals will be, and many other details. There are different types of annuities, including fixed, variable, immediate, deferred, equity indexed, and more. Choosing an annuity depends on the income you want in retirement and the amount of risk you are willing to take. The goal of any annuity is to provide a stable, long-term source of income for the annuity holder.
Okay, so that was annuity. The textbook definition is an insurance contract issued and distributed by financial institutions with the intention of paying out invested funds in a fixed income stream in the future. So this kind of seems a little like a 401k. I do recommend diving a little bit more into that on investpedia.com if you have the time. I personally intend to look more into that later because it does seem a little bit like a 401k. And so my question now is, how are they different? And is this better than a Roth IRA or a 401k? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more at a later date. But let's get on with the video.
I have no idea, and the reason I don't know how many I own, because I know who you are, and I know you're going to make us look good, but let's just say I own 1,000 businesses. I don't want it to be edited like I'm bragging, but I own a lot.
And across all of these, right, in 1 year, in terms of revenue, what was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year? What was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year?
I have no idea, because I don't do anything for monetary purposes. I'm just happy to be blessed, and I'm just happy to be alive, and I'm just going to continue working. But I don't know how much money I got.
In today's world, do you think somebody should start a business or franchise a business?
Both.
Break that down.
I think you should start a business if you're inspired by something and you want to do something and you think it will work and you believe it will work. Or if you see something that's working, you do it. For example, pizzeria on the campus of a busy college. I think it'll work. Let's invest.
8 out of 10 companies, they go out of business in 5 years in today's world. From your perspective, what's the most common mistake you see business owners make in today's world?
The common mistake business owners make is they think they know it all. Make sure you hire people that are smarter than you.
So what was the best advice you ever got from a mentor?
Well, I got 2 pieces of advice. One piece of advice was to save 75% and have fun with 25%. The other one was to hire people that are smarter than you.
And you've been at the table with some hitters. What's your best negotiation advice for anybody in business?
Don't talk first and start high. Oh, I'll start off at 200 million. And they'll be like, no, 110. What about 140? What about 125? Deal. If you start at 50 and their budget is 200, you just lost 150 million.
And let me ask you this. You owned 155 Five Guys at one point.
I sold them.
You sold them?
Yeah, I sold them.
What's your secret to scaling in the franchise model, or just businesses in general?
The secret to scaling is one word: delegation. I can't be in 155 places at once, but I know somebody that can.
So you're really good at bringing other people in to run these businesses?
Yes, I am. And so I actually learned that by winning championships. I know that having great teammates is very important to help you win championships.
Yeah. And did you come from a lot of money?
No, never.
So what was the turning point to financial freedom for you? Like, how did you know?
I saw horror stories about how 5 years after professional athletes start playing, they have nothing. I didn't want to be part of the horror story, so I had to teach myself. I made a very big mistake. The first time I got $1 million, I spent it in about 30 minutes. Bought 3 cars, I bought 3 jewelries, and I bought some suits because I didn't even know what FICO was.
And how long were you in the NBA for?
19 years.
19 years. What was the secret to that longevity? It's one thing to make it to the league. 99% of players that make it, they weed out within 2 to 3 years. How did you have 19 years of longevity at the height of your game?
The secret was just having special motivation. My motivation was always being able to get my mother what she wants. I did that for as long as I could, and of course she has what she wants, but after 19 years, when you can't do the things that the young people do anymore, you have to do something else.
And do you believe in God?
Of course.
How important has faith been for you throughout your career?
Very important. None of this is possible without God.
What was the biggest risk you ever took in business?
Not pulling the trigger when I had the opportunity to. Howard Schultz wanted to open Starbucks in the hood, so when he used the term the hood, I was thinking the hood, but I didn't know anything about, regentrification and rebeautification of, certain areas, and I didn't pull the trigger. And then Magic Johnson opened up, I think, 155 Starbucks.
And among yourself and the most highly successful people that you study and know, what is that one trait that they all have in common?
I think they're nice, I think they're humble, and I think they have great people around them. And they keep it very simple. Like Jeff Bezos said, you invest in things that's going to change people's lives. I heard him say that, and I changed my whole investment strategy, and been very, very successful. Hey, my guy, you hungry?
Yeah.
Go get a pizza. I own it. It's all yours. Yeah, take what you want.
Thank you.
No problem.
What's the number one thing that you look for in people when you're investing in a business?
I like to believe in what they believe in. Like, for example, if you was going to start this company and you came in with those beautiful eyes and told me your passion, I would definitely invest in you. So I'm a big fan of yours.
How did you find the self-belief to go make hundreds of millions of dollars throughout your career?
That's kind of a tricky question. I had an athletic advantage where I was given a lot of money to play sports, and then I took that money and leveraged it and did certain things. So I can kind of answer that question, but I really can't, because for me it was all luck.
Do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
I think, yes, everybody is.
And my final one for you, somebody watching this right now, they don't come from anything. Maybe they're at rock bottom, something bad just happened to them. Give them a quick 60-second blueprint, a couple pieces of advice to really stick with them. They want to become Shaquille O'Neal wealthy in today's world.
If you have a plan, write it down, figure it out. If somebody else is already doing what you're doing, watch them, steal what they're doing, add your razzmatazz to it, and you should be fine. But always believe there will be ups and downs in this business. As long longer you believe, quickly you'll make it to the top.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
Thank you,
I
brother.
really appreciate you,
Good
man. It
job.
means a lot.
Good
Thank you
job.
for, I gotta come with you, man.
Fabulous.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you, man. You guys, that's a wrap on today's video. We just interviewed Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, that was a pretty solid video. Yeah, a lot of the advice he gave was pretty self-explanatory. It was just invest in things that are going to change the world. Put your own spin on investing in yourself, on entrepreneurship, whatever it is you do. There are plenty of entrepreneurial stories where the entrepreneur started with like $5,000 and they just figured it out as they go. I think too often people think they have to have every step of the way figured out before they even start. Don't do that. Just start something on a small scale, as small as you can. Make little goals that you can accomplish that are feasible and then go there, right? If you're gonna, I don't know, do a 10K race, you don't think about every step of the way. You may have not have walked every step of the trail, but you're gonna take one step and you're gonna take another step, and you're gonna follow the flags and you're gonna get there eventually. So that is today's video.